Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Let's go.
Check, check, check.
Hey, check Mike 57. Go.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On third down, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They're going to try and throw. And Diggs has it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready? Leo. Check it out. Hey, Sam off. Hey, lock it.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
25. Check 25. Hard. Back. Stop.
On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
Rock it.
Check three. Shoot.
Out. Look at me. Zip.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Switch. 6-6. Pull it high.
They're going to go play action now with stick. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check three.
Off play action, it's Stick. Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down now, a run with McKinnon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he'll get into the end zone touchdown, Detroit. Jarek McCammon, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stick. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a run with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He don't want it. 80 weapon. Check, check. Hey, check. Mike 57. Mike 57.
I'm here all day.
57 to Mike. 57, let's go.
1st and 10, Stick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Let's go, defense.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Check 37. Check 37. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Watch the edge. Shift. 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 Check. Check. Lucky. 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 Check 52. Say.
Hey. Say go.
2nd down, McKinnon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
go.
57.
Go. Hit it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
57's Mike. Mike 57. It's going to be a long...
Yo, go, fight!
Another try after the first down sack. Stick. There goes a deep ball. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, and they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Stick. It's caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Look at me.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
57, Mike, 57. Check right, check right.
Hey, dude.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
Hey. Now.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They only got the extra point. The first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Pull it hard. Check 4, check 4. Hey, check right, check right.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, look.
Hey, lock it. Hard.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
Now a handoff looking right.
Jim.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Check 99, check 99.
Yep.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your...
It's caught at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
60 on.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Check.
Hey. Now.
Stick from the gun. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Here we go. 15 on 59.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hey, exit. Go. Ready?
Here's Stick looking to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Stick. Completes it to Davis. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Davis now to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Yep. 57, Mike 57.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Get it.
Stick looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I'm coming. Hey, Foxtrot.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Right here.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Yeah. Let's go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
57's mic. Mike 57.
Look at me. Zip.
Stick back to pass. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
X3, 218, chop.
Now they try the right side here. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Check 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Flush to his right. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hey.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stick. They will find Davis. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Go.
Looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is cut inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 47 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they got the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, dude. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket. for these types.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Binds, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw here. Open is Swain, the tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. Yep, get it.
Back to throw here. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, Delta. Yeah, let's go.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. Going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Ready? To throw again on second down. Stick. And Cook has it left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, 4 down.
And again this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Kill. Recon, 152 fighter.
Slam. He's coming. Double up.
Go.
Double up. Kill. Turn it up.
Shoot.
Johnson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Switch.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 50.
No. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Hey.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
To try again after the sack. Stick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Come on, set. 8, read.
57's the mic. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Off play action, it's Stick. And this one complete to Smith. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, high 7.
On 4th down, here's Stick. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. Herb Smith Jr., 37 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Vikings 60.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, echo.
And it's third down.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.